You on? I think you're on.
Morning guys, welcome back to JM Farming. If you haven't already, then please go down below and hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers before Christmas, so hopefully we can get there. We've got 6 weeks or so still. In today's video, I just want to do a little tour of the machinery here at our research farm. You would have seen in the last video I've done the feeding up, so we'll just take you around the machinery a little bit more, so you can have a look what we use. We only have 2 tractors over here. It's sort of a one-man operation feeding up over here. So yeah, I'll show you around. So here we have our Massey Ferguson 5455. Now you guys would have seen this before if you watched, I think it was Machinery Tour 1 that I put out back along. You would have seen this tractor before, but you wouldn't have seen the loader. So this is a brand new Quickie Q4S loader for this tractor. It previously had a Massey Ferguson loader on it. I don't know the number of the loader, but that loader actually belongs on our bigger Massey Ferguson tractor, and was a little bit big for this one over here. So we got a new loader for this tractor, so it's a bit easier to feed up over here. The only problem is it's not quite tall enough to tilt the bucket right down for when you want to shake the bucket out into the feed wagon. So we've got a plan for that, but we'll have a look around it anyway. So we've got the bucket that we load the straw with into the feed wagon and better combi. We'll have a look at that in a minute. So yeah, nice new loader on the tractor. So you can see we've got the scrape on the back of the tractor. The scrape is also new for this year. The other one, the rubber had worn right out, and the cost of these scrapers, it's nearly as cheap to buy a new scrape as it is to replace the rubber, and a lot less hassle. So got the brand new, I think it's a Ritchie, is it? Yeah, brand new Ritchie scraper. It's doing a good job so far. I mean, the tractor's a bit dirty. When we get a minute, we'll give it a wash, but we'll take a look inside. So inside the cab, no thrills in here really, it just does exactly what it needs to. So we've got the stick for the loader controls, which is handy, nicely on the end of the armrest there. It doesn't interfere with the steering wheel at all. You can change the gears down here on the T-bar. So this is a Dyna 4 in this tractor. You can get a Dyna 4 or a Dyna 6 or a Dyna VT in Massey Ferguson tractors. So this has got the Dyna 4. You change your forward and back shuttle on here, and then you can also change up and down gears on that one if it's more comfortable, whatever you want. Got the hydraulics operated here for the scraping, down and up and neutral. It's got 2 spools on the back, got a forward drive, diff lock, and this button here, I don't know what you call it, it basically just sends more power to the loader so your loader works a bit quicker. If anyone knows what that's called, comment down below, let me know. PTO, but that doesn't get used over here. I mean, and that's about it. Oh, and the wipers, very important. Rains a lot in Devon. So we'll have a look at a few of the implements before we move on to what everyone wants to see, which is the John Deere and the wagon. So this is the old scrape I was talking about. We're keeping it here just for backup at the minute. Probably going to take it away at some point, but say the rubber on it is knackered. Doesn't really leave a nice clean concrete, so stopping using that. Here is our shear grab. Now this shear grab isn't very wide, it's quite narrow, but that's fine because we've got little narrow pits and we're on a little narrow tractor as well. You don't want anything too big for the front of that thing, but it is fairly deep. Incredibly sharp, it's fairly new, does an incredible job of cutting the silage out, leaves a really clean face. So yeah, nice bit of kit there. I think that's a Siler cut if anyone was wondering. Siler cut shear grab. We've got something here that I've never used. That is the Celtic bale slice. So this is designed for round bales, and you can use it with the plastic still on, I believe. You just pick up the bale, shear down the middle, and it sort of flops into 2 halves. I don't know, I've not used it, I've not seen it being used. But that's for when we start selling the cattle out of these sheds and we haven't really got enough here to keep the pit open, or if we run out of pit silage and we start feeding bales, then we use that thing. Bale spikes here, just for picking the straw off the stack, putting it on the floor, ready to scoop up to put into the wagon. Very handy. We also use that for feeding the bulls we got over here, the 4 stock bulls. They live in a little shed opposite side of the road, and then there's some hay in the bottom shed for them, so we use that to feed the hay. One last implement before we move on to that thing, and that is this. Used for pushing up the feed in the evenings. Now I believe Craig made this, so well done Craig, it's incredibly good. Does a terrific job. Very strong, well built. Decent heavy tyres on it. We could do with another one like that for back home. Got the little one on the back of the Ford. That one would definitely do a splendid job. Alright, we'll move on to the John Deere, don't worry. There she is. It's our new 6130M. Supplied to us by Mason Kings. And it's hooked onto our Lucas Spiromix straw chopper feed wagon combination. It's a 120, so I think that means it's like a 12 cube body. But just to let you know how tight the buildings are in here, you can see in a previous life it has had coming together with an RSJ or something, or a concrete panel. But it's incredibly well built, thick steel. This is the business side, so you got the door for the silage to come out, and you got the spout for the straw. Now you can probably feed silage through here if you wanted to. That's why there's plates here. You can blow the silage down on here, and it'll feed it onto the floor for you. But we don't. We put the silage out the side door and the straw out the chute. So there's two levers that control the machine here. There is this one, which is your high and low for the straw chopper, and we just pull it down into high, and that is engaged for chopping straw. I'll leave that there because I want it for chopping straw in the morning. And this is the speed setting for the tub. So that is on here, so it's fast, tortoise for slow. Pretty self-explanatory. Got a hydraulic jack, which is quite handy, and then we got the screen. Pretty simple. That way for feeding, that way for loading. Turn it on there. If you want to tear it, you zero it. You obviously clean it out first. And then there's a load of other buttons that I don't know what they do, so we'll leave them alone. Had a new power shaft guard over the winter because the other one had a notch taken out of it and it was looking pretty tired. So safety first, new power shaft guard. So this 6130M was new to us in the end of the summer. Craig did all the ploughing with it for the corn. It's just about notched up 100 hours. I think it's just underneath 95 or something like that. So that'll be its first service very soon. It's got the front power shaft and the link arms. The reason for that is when I will be mowing and or spraying and or spreading fertilizer all at the same time, you can chuck the mowers on this one. Originally it was going to be set up so that we could do the spraying and that as well, but we thought the sprayer is big enough really, it ought to be on the big tractor, so it won't be doing the spraying. But it's got the nice big tyres. It's actually got bigger tyres on this tractor than on the 155. The really nice wide tyres. If we jump inside, now I believe this is called an auto quad gearbox. I could be wrong. I don't really know John Deere tractors very well, so somebody yell at me in the comments if I am wrong. But yeah, auto quad gearbox, 6 speeds, 4 in each one. I've only had it in C really. I've only driven it around the yard. I haven't taken it anywhere. So we've got the shuttle on the left hand side here, same on every John Deere. So here it's telling me here that the service interval is expired. So I believe it's due at 100 hours, but you can just press that, get rid of it for the time being. Yeah, done 94.9 hours, so due a service very soon. Got the little monitor in the corner. I believe this is, I don't know what the name of the monitor is, but this is the same as the 4600, is it, that you get in the new ones, just on a smaller scale. What I really like about this, which I would quite like in the 155, is the tracks you can set. So how easily you can just set a boundary track. That would be ideal for mowing. Obviously the screen doesn't get used whilst it's over here. This is what's getting used. So this is the box for the wagon and the feeder. Really easy, really self-explanatory. You've got an on button, you press that twice to power the thing up. You put your spool into work, which is there for us when it's on. And these 4 buttons control your chutes, so up, down, left and right. This controls the door that feeds the flywheel, so up and down. And then you got your door on the side of the machine, so up and down. Doesn't need to be any more complicated than that really, does it? The one thing I didn't realise, and when I was mixing grub up the first couple of days here, because it's my first time using this wagon, was I put the power shaft going, put up the revs, hop out, and then it would stop. I'd be like, what's going on? But I now realise that's what this little yellow button's for. So you have the tractor running, you put the power shaft on with your switch, you put your revs on, and then you click this button, and then you jump out, and this little light will come on here. So that means the power shaft will stay on when you get out. I was just jumping out and it was turning off, and I was like, what the hell's going on? So you've got the front and back PDO switches there. Auto diff, 4-wheel drive. That's the auto steer resume button. When we had the auto steer on, we actually have a different steering wheel. There's a retrofit auto steer kit on. So you take this steering wheel off, put the other one on, and then that's also got a button on the side for your auto steer resume. Came with a CB radio that Mason's put in for us, and a parrot for phone connection. Craig's phone's on that one. So if you're ever ringing Craig and the tractor's running in the yard and he's like not speaking to you, it's not because he doesn't like you, it's because his phone's connected to this and he's not in it, and blah blah blah. And there's it, guys. I've run out of stuff to show you over here. So we don't keep much over here because we really don't need much over here. Tractor and loader, feed wagon, better combination, and a bucket and a shear grab, and that's really all we use. We push up the silage every night, so we use the pusher, but yeah, other than that, that is all we need. So thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short little video. As I said earlier, I'm trying to hit the 500 subs before Christmas, so if you haven't, then please hit the subscribe button below. If you want to turn notifications on, that would be ideal, so then you know my videos, they go up every Wednesday and Sunday. I have occasionally been putting up a Friday video. By the time this comes out, there might not be any more Friday videos because I was just using some videos that I had to fill some gaps whilst I had the time during lockdown. If you want to follow me on Instagram, the link is in the description, as well as my Twitter and my Facebook page, so make sure you check out those. Other than that, guys, enjoy your day, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.